What's up, guys? It's Zach from Unspoken. Real quick, I've been changing a lot of gear over the years, and we always change gear, but I want to show you guys what I'm currently using on tour, so come on over this way. We're going to check this out. First of all, I've got the Eclipse slide from MagSlide. This thing's super cool. It's some kind of carbon or whatever, I really don't remember, but it is slotted like a socket, and then it's got these little slots around, so when you put it on, you don't have to worry about it falling off. You can kind of hold it. So it's super cool. I highly recommend you check these guys out. All right, so let's go down to the effects side of things. So right now the signal is coming off of a Shure wireless unit into the Joe Bonamassa wah here. Out of the wah, it goes into the temple board, and then we've got it kind of doing all kinds of stuff. So first of all, it goes into my overdrive and distortion, to the volume, then to the HX reverb, and then out. So let me tell you real quick about these these 4 jet pedals I have. This is called the Lamb Overdrive. And it's all analog, just like the distortion is. But the cool thing about this is it has something called live mode, which is like this. You're just a normal pedal, turn it on, turn it off. But then it has preset mode, and when you activate preset mode, you can go through and scroll and save 3 different presets on each pedal, right? So then you have 3 presets plus live mode. Now, if that isn't cool enough, you can also scroll through different clipping options when you're dialing the pedal in. So you can adjust clipping, gain stages, and all this for several different guitars. So without even doing anything, you could have up to 4 different overdrives, 4 different distortion tones, and the same with their reverb over here, the Revelation. So you can go through, create all these crazy sounds. Really cool, let them accent different guitars, different volumes, all this stuff. And then at the end of the day, you don't even have to have anything else to control it. So here's where it gets really, really interesting. This is called the MCX by Jet Pedals. And what this is a really tiny MIDI controller. So I've got this ran to where I can push this and it turns on my overdrive. Hold it and it turns it off, same with the distortion. But where it gets really cool is in my HX, I've got different modulations in here. So by doing a 2-button press on this, when I push A and B together, it turns on my tremolo, and then when I push them again, it turns it off. So this little thing can control everything. Now, of course, you can do scenes where each button does a song and all this kind of stuff, but it's super cool that all these pedals have MIDI capability. Now, when you really get into it, with the MIDI side, each of these pedals have like 100 presets, and then this one has 125. So there are so many things you can do. Incorporate the stomp in, it gets crazy, crazy, crazy versatile. Now, there's another thing I want to talk about, something under here really, really quick. And it's something called the Disso Plus by Pinstripe Pedals. Now you can see under here, I'm gonna pull it up, this little white box right here. Now what this is an incredible, and there's a whole lot to this, but it's a really good direct box, and it's a signal splitter. It gives you really a lot of headroom and all this stuff. So where this gets interesting is over on this side. You can see, let me plug this back in before I forget, that if I take this like I do right now, I have this split out to 2 separate amps, which I'll show you in a minute. But where it splits to 2 1/4-inch outs here, and then it also splits to 2 XLR outs. So when I do a fly gig, I don't have to use amps or backline or anything. I can go to amp presets on my stomp, and then just plug 2 XLR in, or XLR outs rather, to the console, and I'm done. And then when I do amp shows, switch to my presets up here that have no amps in them, and then just plug into the out. So that is so clutch for these shows where you don't, if you get there, the amp doesn't work or whatever, just plug XLR in, go to your preset with amps, and you're totally done. So this makes this board crazy versatile. And then the LR bag's venue for the acoustic. So, I'm out of breath, just got through eating. Here we go. Real quick, so the guitars I'm using for this is a brand new Mod Shop Strat that I had built a little while back. It's got the Shawbucker in the bridge and block inlays, Generation 4 noiseless pickups, and this one. Today for the backup, I've got the classic Jesus Telly. It's 1978, heavily customized. Got a Charlie McVeigh G-bender, and then we've got the Fender Acoustasonic. This is the Telecaster Acoustasonic. Now what's cool about this is we have a song called Reason, and it's got really good onboard preamps for acoustic stuff, so when we're playing, it does a really good acoustic tone. But when we go to Reason, the way I've got my pedal board wired up, is I play the intro on acoustic, and then all I've got to do is mute the acoustic here, switch to the bridge pickup, and then turn my guitar up and I'm back full electric. So by doing that, I can play acoustic on the intro and verse and then switch over to electric on the chorus. So it's super cool, super versatile. Highly recommend you check these out. And then the last part of this is the amp section. So come on back here to the dark. I would say join the dark side, but let's not do that. All right, so here we go. Using stereo Bad Cats, we've got a classic Cat 50. This is a custom shop. I think there are 4 of these in existence. And so it's a 50 watt 6L6 single 12 combo. It's really powerful. The tone of this thing is so huge. It's just really fat and massive. And then on the right over here, I've got the Bad Cat Judah. Now this is one of the first 24 that was built, the head and cab. Their color is mismatched, but they're both part of the first 24 run. And this is a 6V6. It's a lot more, even with the 6V6, it's very voxy and kind of like an AC-15 type vibe, despite the power tube section. So these two together are really cool because we've got 20 watts, 50 watts, putting them true stereo, everything's true stereo, so delays and all that stuff. So, I can breathe. All that being said, there's a lot going on in a little bit of space here. So I highly recommend you guys check out Jet pedals, pinstripe pedals for that Disso Plus. If you run any kind of digital rig, Helix, Kemper, anything like that, it allows you to be able to run 1/4 inches out to a powered monitor, whatever you want to do, and then XLRs to the house. So like even with this, I could still run XLRs out to the house and have, you know, crazy amount of stuff. So again, you guys stay cool. We'll see you soon. Take care. I got to go get ready because we got a show starting right now.
It's in remission because I have been forgiven. Give it up for Zach, everybody, tonight on guitar. It's so good. Let me just ask you a question tonight. Has God been good to you?